Brought to you by 15 Minutes of Labor.
Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Whitney.
We're here today to talk about algal blooms. Yay!
Which have nothing to do with this or this, but rather this.
Algal blooms are harmful overgrowths of algae in bodies of water. Some algae types release toxins that can sicken or even kill animals and humans.
Which is bad.
Even when the algae isn't toxic, it still can create dead zones by killing all other life.
Which is still bad. Algal blooms are typically created when nutrient pollution, like fertilizer runoff, combines with sunlight and slow-moving water.
Scientists have figured out how to measure algal blooms in many ways. Using underwater sensors, satellite imagery, weather buoys, and field observations, they can detect early warning signs of algal blooms, their size, and potential spread.
In order to collect data, scientists make measurements of the algal bloom's biomasses using two different methods: through chlorophyll concentrations and counting or measuring individual algae.
Since all algae contain chlorophyll, scientists can analyze the amount of chlorophyll in a given water sample to get an idea of how much algae is present. A higher concentration of chlorophyll means a larger algal biomass. This is the more common method of measuring algal blooms, but it should also be noted that this only provides the measures of phytoplankton.
However, in some cases, scientists can just measure algal biomass by calculating the volume of the nearest geometric shape the bloom makes.
It's important to note, however, that both methods are based on rough estimates and so leave room for error.
Now you might be thinking, why does this matter? Why does this matter directly to me? Because I am a selfish person and I wouldn't care otherwise.
Because look at this.
This is Lake Erie, just last year, having the worst algal bloom ever since the NOAA started measurements.
Just look at this chart. Look at it.
It covered 300 square miles, the equivalent of 145,000 football fields.
Or 22 East Lansings.
Or a little over 2 Detroits.
The point is, it's big. To make everything worse, the algal blooms in Lake Erie are the toxic kind. They release microcystine, a liver toxin which is known to kill dogs. Sad face.
We can probably attribute this to a high snow and rainfall last year, which caused a large amount of fertilizer runoff into the lake.
And the algae happily eats all those extra nutrients. Also, consider that 2015 was one of the hottest years on record, which made temperatures in the Great Lakes skyrocket. There are so many magenta and red bits here. So many.
Algae thrive in warm water. Also, as warmer temperatures prevent water from mixing, algae can grow thicker and faster. This creates a feedback loop, as algal blooms also absorb sunlight to raise water temperatures, which promotes algae growth, and so on.
It's difficult to deal with blooms because algae-killing chemicals are also harmful to humans. Thus, certain locations, especially ones known for clean water or seafood production, will need to be quarantined to prevent algal blooms from spreading there. There is no other way to deal with algal blooms safely.
This is rather unfortunate, especially considering how costly these measures are. In
fact, the United States spends an average of $2 million annually in an attempt to monitor and manage these outbreaks. And this is only monitoring costs. When we look at the impact of algal blooms on the fishing industry, it's estimated the United States experiences a loss of $18 million a year, purely from the loss of seafood resources. Furthermore, when you factor in the cost of treating algal-caused sickness, you're looking at an annual cost of $22 million. These are just yearly averages, however. In the case of the Erie bloom in 2014, it cost just the city of Toledo nearly $3 million just to treat the city's drinking water.
And these numbers add up. When all the costs are factored in, it's estimated that the United States spends just under $50 million a year to deal with algal blooms and account for economic loss. Over the next 15 years, scientists speculate that we'll have spent a total of nearly $450 million on the issue, though some believe that this number could be as high as $743 million. God, that's a scary number.
Algal blooms have the possibility to occur wherever there is water, so more research needs to be done to put an end to this, as they are both poisonous and costly to purify.
With higher temperatures and widespread use of fertilizers, they've also been occurring more often.
Of course, if there is a new type of fertilizer out there, one that won't feed the green slime monster and yet is still effective and affordable for farmers. But this doesn't exist yet.
So, future scientists, it's up to you to stop algal blooms.
Yeah, good luck or something or whatever. We believe in you. Well, I mean, Luke does. Me, and not so much.
Shut up, you're scaring the children. We believe in you.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. And we'll just leave that there.